It was written in the 1500s by one of the greatest playwrights of all time. William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream has been capturing audiences around the world for centuries. And this week, Darwin is being treated to a local production of the famous play. But as James Glenday reports, it could well be the last hurrah for the Darwin Theatre Company.
Women, sisters, if we want our men to make peace,
Darwin Theatre Company has been running for over 50 years. We started with a group of passionate members.
We must give up sex.
I think it was probably 1975. We'd just opened Browns Mart as a theatre, and we opened with a double bill, which was Lysistrata, the story of the Athenian and Trojan women who denied sex to their husbands to get them to stop fighting the war, and The Taming of the Shrew, which is the shortest, or one of the shortest, of Shakespeare's play. And so that was a rehearsal shot of me as bottom turned into an ass.
Performing in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream in the 70s remains one of the highlights of administrator Tom Pauling's amateur acting career. He spent decades involved in community theatre and has become a lifelong supporter.
It's really a vital stepping-off place for people, and a lot of people who came through the theatre company went on to much greater things in other places.
50 years on and a new cast and crew have taken over. They're preparing Shakespeare in the Ruins for what could be the last time.
It could be the last, or it could be one of the first of many. It is dependent on, I guess, how much support we get.
Glamorous life of an actor.
It's make or break time for actors and crew. The Darwin Theatre Company was defunded last year in a territory government shift to centralise arts funding.
It'll be through to here, I'll follow you, make a heaven of hell.
They've sourced grants and poured in the remainder of their money for this production of A Midsummer Night's Dream at the Darwin Town Ruins.
What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love.
We only have a limited amount of resources, and what we really thought was to do something. I mean, A Shakespeare in the Ruins has a deep history with Darwin Theatre Company.
This holds out better than I could devise.
And hopefully present something that was both of high quality but really based in community involvement.
The group has been running rehearsals at the old Commonwealth Bank in the heart of Darwin City.
On the first of you to say, to swear.
They've been using the building as a makeshift studio to keep costs down.
Mistress, sir, you should have little reason for that.
Marcel Schmetz travelled from Perth to direct the production.
I think you're doing yourself a disservice coming down here. I think out of this wood do not desire to go. Come here and keep it really still.
Having worked at the National Institute of Dramatic Art and the West Australian Academy of Performing Arts, it's the love of theatre rather than the love of money that's drawn her to the project.
Is that a bit too much?
I think maybe it is. Can you show me what happens if you don't? It's not just entertainment. It's actually about looking at who we are as human beings. Any kind of theatre is doing that. And what happens slowly over time is you get a deeper understanding of what makes people tick, what makes people do the things that they do, and that can only be good for all of us.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant.
A Midsummer Night's Dream is a Shakespearean comedy about love, nature and tomfoolery.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
Territory actor Miranda Tapsell plays the part of Puck, the jester and right-hand man of the fairy king Oberon.
So it came to pass. Titania waked and straight away loved an ass.
Having graduated from NIDA 2 years ago, she's been involved in a number of stage plays around Australia, recently touring with the Bell Shakespeare Theatre Company. She was keen to share her skills with local actors on this challenging work.
They've got to deal with lots of different thoughts and ideas, and the emotions are huge, whereas I think just in everyday life you don't really show your emotions that much, or not publicly anyway.
What do I see on there? What do you see?
The cast boasts many trained actors from drama schools across the country, but they aren't all professional.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury.
Robbie Collins is one of the novices involved in the play.
Yes, very first play. I hope I've made a good impression. I mean, we've had packed audiences nearly every night, and the laughter's been really warm and really appreciative, so I think all the players have found their mark.
The talent's fantastic, and it's not just about the people who are trained, who are wonderful, but there's also people in this cast who are untrained, who've got the potential to be really fantastic actors, and all they need is experience and a go.
To the best bride that will we, which by
I haven't had the sort of drive, the sort of motivation that theatre has given me, and it feels like it's really given me a whole new lease of life.
So shall all the couples three, ever true in loving be.
James Glenday reported.